Hey everyone, it's another installment of Just Ask Thursday. I am Andrea Hill. I come to you live every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you're on the West Coast, it's convenient. If you're on the East Coast, you can watch the recording. I take your dating questions and give you actionable answers to make your dating life more easeful and enjoyable as opposed to frustrating and stressful. I'm also the creator and host of the Dinner Party, which is your new and fantastic way to date. Stress of online dating, just off the table. And again, brings it back to being connecting, actually a little old school, but in a new way. So if you're interested in that, go on over to jointhedinnerparty.com. Promotion going on right now, so you can enroll at a savings with a little extra TLC added on. I'm going to get back to the topic at hand tonight, and what's come up in a lot of discussion as of late, in particular during the discovery sessions that I do. And discovery sessions are time with any client that becomes a member of the Dinner Party. We sit down and have a little conversation so I get to know you better, and also figure out what your dating history has been like, and then really flesh out what it is that you're looking for in a partner. So when I'm planning a dinner, I know what group of people to put you with that you will connect the most authentically with, to hopefully go on to have a really loving and wonderful dynamic relationship. That's what we're all in this for, right? So during the discovery session, when I'm asking what you're looking for, I ask about age parameters. And that's, you know, nothing new when you're online dating. It always asks what's sort of the range. And my question is, what age are you, youngest that you're most comfortable with, and then oldest. And it's funny, in particular, the guys are quite comfortable going dramatically younger than them. And then their top end is either the same age as them, but maybe a year older. The women, they had more of an even range on either end, but I'm noticing as of late that the ladies, in particular in my Vancouver, British Columbia demographic, they are mirroring the men a little bit now. And I know a number one complaint that a lot of my sort of, dynamic, mature ladies are saying is, excuse me, they're getting approached by a lot of really young guys, but maybe for the wrong reason. So I thought it was high time that we talked about age on Just Ask. And I'm going to give you my 2 cents. Now, I'm no longer dating myself. I am happily ensconced in a new relationship, which I'm very grateful for. But I know, oddly enough, when I turned 40, that I had men in their 20s coming out of the woodwork. And it never really made any sense to me because, I'm a youthful spirit. I typically get feedback that I don't look my age, and I'm grateful for that. I take good care of myself. But that's for me. It's not for anybody else. And I want, if anything that you take away from this quick little talk that I'm having with you this evening, is the way that you present yourself and your image should be all about you feeling good. You bringing your best face, body, presence, energy forward. It's all that you're doing, whether you're coloring your hair or wearing a lip shade, or guys and girls going to the gym, or deciding how you are expressing yourself through the way that you dress, the style of your hair. All of that really should be for you. Sure, you want to be attractive to others, but I mean, you can be a smoking hot mess. So look really good on the outside, wonderful gift wrapping, but you've got some inner work to do in order to appeal. So a lot of time, I digress a little here, but you meet someone and you think that they're fantastic. You're initially really physically attracted to them, and then they start opening their mouth, and either that attraction level is going to go up or it's going to sink and go back down. So with age, I find a lot of the parameters are based on how someone looks. Older men are wanting to have young, hot things on their arms, but not always specifying that that's what the age concern is. It's sort of this unspoken truth, if you will. And women are now starting to feel the same. So I think the best reply when it comes to age is think of your parameter based on who you're going to have the best connection with. And if someone is dynamic, high energy, takes good care of themselves, has similar lifestyle choices as you, they're health-minded, they're environmentally conscious, they're gym heads, they're avid cyclists, they're homebodies, and they love film marathons. I mean, these are the things that you want to connect with. If a 46-year-old man is wanting to date a 28-year-old girl, or young woman, excuse me, I want to always say to any of my clients and anyone out there that that is a big age gap. That's almost 20 years. So unless you're really hip to what's happening, or you share a lot of values, you can speak to the same interests, have an understanding of each other's music choice, political leanings, pop culture, any things that you're going to connect and have conversation over, and you think that is easy and something that you can connect on, then, I mean, all the power to you. But the possibility of that is less and less. And remember, reflect upon, when it comes to age, where you were at 28, if you're 46 or 48 or 50. And this is for the women as well. I mean, a body will only get you so far. So where were you at that age, and where are you now? And think about having the context of that conversation with yourself when you're considering who you want to date out there. You know, this kind of goes out the window if you're just wanting a sexual relationship, but that's not really why I'm here. It doesn't take too much effort and art in order to have that happen. It just is full exposure, and you asking for what it is that you want, and making sure that you're both consenting to a sexual relationship. But when it comes to like emotional bonding and relationship building, you want to make sure that you're on the same page. So when there's a huge age gap, the chances of that happening are slim and maybe even to none. Again, the same way around. If someone is, even in their late 40s and they're looking at dating, recently here, I'm going to share my own story to put this in context. I have a lovely friend had sent me a message about them having a dynamic guy who they thought I would hit it off with, and I was still single at the time. And they went on to tell me, I'm 41, and they went on to tell me that he's 60, that he's very accomplished and worldly, and those were sort of his selling points, and that he was a playboy kind of at one time, but now he's ready to settle down. He does have a child that he's raising on his own, and the settling down and the child and all that, that's fine with me, and you've got to make those decisions for yourself, what fits. But the issue is that this person is 20 years older than me, and although I'm an old soul, we might have some things to think about. The problem that we run into is that when I'm 60, he'll be 80. And if you're looking to find a relationship that is long-term, that might cause an issue, because it more or less is going to guarantee that for the twilight years of mine, if we end up having a lasting relationship, he'll pass and I'll be left on my own. And that's something for me to consider. So there's so many things that come into play when it comes to age. I mean, I'm going to talk about this topic again, but what I'm leaving you with is this. When you're considering your age range in dating, that really it should be more about connecting with an individual on the core important issues. Then age just goes right off the table. Don't discount someone because of their age if you feel like you're connecting on other levels. That said, more than 10 years, it's going to be a struggle depending on your background and how you were raised. You want to be able to have a conversation and connect on an emotional level. And when there's a huge expanse of age difference, that might cause a problem for you. But if you're young and in spirit and vivacious and fit, and that mirrors the other person that you're connecting with, then great. The gentlemen that are older, and this comes up quite a bit, and this is why I'm speaking directly to you guys, that are after women that are in their early 30s, or you're like 55 and you're looking to date in the 30s, you really need to seriously consider that these women may still want to be having families. And is that something that you're really open to? Because again, when your kids are 20, you're going to be in your senior twilight years. So if it's not something that you're interested in doing, or you've already had a family, then you need to think about what dating pool that you're looking to engage in. So take age off the table. If you're dating and connecting with people that share similar values and lifestyles with you, that you feel excite you on other levels, because after time, I mean, we all wither. We all age every day. It's more connecting on a deeper level. But there are some things that come into play depending on what pocket of, age bracket or box, if you will, when you check off those horrible surveys that you are residing within, that you fit in everything else in your life, and that your relationship goals and what you're wanting out of life are shared by both parties. Take the body and the face and everything else off the table and think about those other things instead. Anyways, I'm going to let you guys go tonight. Again, if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate in reaching out. You can get your questions in early to me at info@jointhedinnerparty.com. You can always tweet at me live during the event at jointhedp. You can join our Facebook page, which is the Dinner Party Vancouver, and get updated inspirational game changers, which I post throughout the day to help inspire you to date better and date well, because it's all about having fun and enjoying yourself as you are on your mission to find a loving partner. So I'm going to cue off there. Remember, if you have a question, just go ahead and just ask. We'll see you next week.